Good morning. So y'all know what happened yesterday. So I had to wake up and run over here to the studio and give my opinions on it. Because the situation is crazy, but it's definitely not surprising. Now let's get into it. So yesterday at Trump's rally, apparently some guy they attempted to assassinate Trump. He hit Trump in the air, but it just did some flesh damage. Now, it's being reported that they're like the attendees, Trump fans, they were like pointing out the guy, like, hey, there's a guy on the roof. Hey, there's a guy telling the police, and the police were looking crazy, like, huh? And this was before the shot went off. So apparently, it's looking like the Secret Service and maybe the police, kind of maybe fumbled the ball a little bit, on this situation. Now, before we get to why this is not surprising to me, as y'all can see by the title. So, Trump gets hit in the air. He ducks down. Now, they're saying that, like, that little guardrail kind of, I think it was American flag or whatever, like, that thing is actually metal. So, it's for, like, if something like this happens, they can duck, and that, will protect them from any rounds or whatever. So, as you've seen, they dug down. They dug down, and they, try to protect Trump. But Trump, of course, is the true marketing genius. You know what I mean? He takes any opportunity to think about himself and to think about promo. So as the Secret Service was trying to bring him down, here go Trump, standing up. Let's just go to some of the footage. Let's go to some of this footage. What the heck? Let me see that one. Go there. Let's just look at how. Let's just look at how stubborn and how stubborn Trump is.
If you want to really see something that's said, take a look at what happened.
Oh, let me get the audio right. Okay, we got the audio right. We're rocking and rolling, people. All right, let's go. Now let's go look at this goof troop. See, this little banner thing is supposed to be like metal, to where they see they ducking down, and they're able to, that's going to protect them from any bullets that's going to come. Let's keep playing.
Hold. When you're ready, on you. Ready. Move. Move. Go.
shout out to all the female like police officers and stuff. But you see here, it's clear. It's clear.
Let me get my shoes. I got you, sir. I got you, sir. Let me get my shoes, sir. Hold on, your head is bloody. So we gotta move to the car.
Look, all right, now your man just got an assassination attempt on his life. Now, you know the Secret Service, their job is to like give their life like the president, right? So they're his literally human shield. So in their mind, they don't know if there's a second shooter or what's going on. So they're probably terrified for their life right now. So here you got Trump talking about, oh, let me get my shoes. Let me get my shoes. Like, man, forget them shoes, man. What you mean, let me get my shoes? But let's keep going.
Watch out.
These Secret Service people are just like this looks like a training. This doesn't even look like it's serious. Just the way they're acting. You would think they're trying to get this man off the stage immediately, and they out here fumbling around with some shoes. Man, come on, man. Let's keep playing. And here he is. Now look at him. The let me get my shoes was probably him giving him some time to think about, okay, what can I do in this second? What can I do to promote my brand, to make me seem like a really tough guy? What can I do? Fist pump, fight. Now the whole time, like I said, you don't know if there's a second shooter. They don't know what's going on. But look at how tactically, look at this. Head wide open. If there was a second shooter, it's like, oh, look at her. She ain't even tall enough to, to protect the man. It's like, this just looks like a complete mess. And of course it's a mess with Donald Trump because he's thinking about himself. He's thinking about, how can I promote this? How can I make this? How can I look strong? Look, I almost hit the Secret Service lady in the head. You got all this going on. Meanwhile, there's a dude shooting at him. Like, how more selfish can you be? So to me, I mean, let's talk about the shooter. A loser. Now, of course, I'm a people person, you know what I'm saying? What happened to Trump was absolutely wrong. Like, the shooter's a super loser, it's good that he's gone because he's a crazy man. But let's look at the shooter. Not only did you embolden Trump and his supporters, you made him look like a tough guy in that moment. So you over here trying to assassinate him, take him out. Not only did you fail, but you made him more stronger. So now he's more likely to win the race, the president race. And you're dead. So what was that even for? Like, let's be for real. You're a loser, a failure. But I don't want to give that guy too much time. There is some, let's check this out, because news companies are running like what, the internet today, man. It's such a goofball place to the point where there can be assassination on a potential, a guy who's running for president. And just look how crazy it is. Let me find this. Look, I don't know if that's a picture of him, because that's definitely not on top of that that little shed thing he went on. But this is some trolling, so this might even be a troll picture. But let's watch it. See, that was the only picture. That picture before that they released. I don't think there was a clear picture of his face. But let's keep watching.
My name is Thomas Matthew Crooks. I hate Republicans.
See, now this guy, this is not an actual video of the killer. This guy, after the event, he got on, he made this video just trolling basically, but they're running it as if it's actually true. Let's just check this out. This is crazy.
My name is Thomas Matthew Crooks. I hate Republicans. I hate Trump. And guess what? You got the wrong guy.
That's not even the guy. That's a troll. This is the troll. All right, so let's just watch him.
Thomas
Look.
Matthew Crooks. I hate Republicans. I hate Trump. And guess what? You got the wrong guy.
Now look, the Republican right wings wish this was really the guy saying I hate Trump. They would love that narrative. But yeah, I just thought that was hilarious, the fact that they took that and they're actually running with that. But it just goes to show the internet in 2024. As soon as Trump died, so many people jumped online and was thinking about how can we troll. Alright, sorry y'all, I just got a text how to, deal with that. Alright, where we at? Yeah, so this website is running with this troll content talking about this guy. I hate Republicans. Man, cut it out. So that's basically what happened. They ended up killing the guy. I guess some sniper, got him. Then they took Trump out of there. So now this is why I say it's not surprising, right? So you got a guy who, remember when Trump said, when he was running, I think, for president the first time, he said, I can literally stand on the street and shoot somebody and people will still vote for me. Y'all remember when he said that? Now, what kind of a human person who's running for president would say something like that? Like, that's just crazy to begin with. And then you got a guy who claimed that the Republican Party, they're supposed to be about morals and principles and yada, 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 and, being an upstanding person to the umpth degree. And here they are worshiping and praising some guy who's really a bad person just by the content of their character, right? Some guy who cheats on his wife. Not only cheats, but seems like he's forcing his way on women. And I mean, it's all, he's been to court. He's paid prostitutes. all of this. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can tell the content of a character by how a guy treats his wife. And look how Trump treats Melania. Cheats on her, buying prostitutes, just doesn't even have a regard for her. And then, like, let's talk about Epstein. Like, why is nobody really talking about the connection about Trump and Epstein? Like, this Trump said out of his own mouth that he partied with Epstein, the guy likes girls, and that he likes them young. Trump said this out of his own mouth. He likes them young. And then, which a lot of people aren't speaking of, I think one of the first victims was a 14-year-old girl, and she actually worked at Mar-a-Lago. Epstein recruited her from Mar-a-Lago. So why is nobody talking about the connections of Trump and Epstein? The right doesn't want to hear that. No, they ain't trying to hear that. They talking about Bill Clinton and then Tom Hanks or whatever. But nah, the most connected is your boy Trump. Your boy Trump says he likes women and he likes them young. He likes them on the younger side. This is his exact quote. So you telling me that Trump don't know about what Epstein was doing and really probably participated in it? So you got a guy who cheats on his wife, a guy who's aiding and abetting a known pedo, hanging out with him, partying with him. And then let's talk about his business. Let's talk about the 6 bankruptcies he done filed. Now, what happens when you file a bankruptcy? Say you got this small business owner, contractor who's done work for you, and then you got this contractor and this contractor and all these contractors and entrepreneurs who waiting on their payment because they probably worked on one of your properties, and you file bankruptcy, and guess what that means? It wipes off the debt. So guess who doesn't get paid? These smaller people. So you know how many people suing Trump because they haven't got paid. So here you are filing bankruptcy 6 times, just wiping off the debt, not having to pay all these small contractors. That's the type of businessman the guy is. So you got a liar, cheater, sexual abuser, a pedo supporter, and the guy who's just bad in business. Because the Republicans love, oh, he's so great in business, blah, blah, blah. Like, no, cut it out. So you got this guy who the right praises, that is the guy that they want to be the president. You got this guy. Now let's go back to because I want to, while we're, I want to keep this in order. Where is this? Vivek Ramaswamy. Let's listen to what Vivek has to say about this whole thing.
Enthusiastic rally goer who was shot and killed. First, our heart goes out to them and our condolences goes out to that family. But
yes, my condolences does go out to that family as well. And the people who were, hit. I think 2 other people got hit.
I should say this, Trace, is that I personally believe that God intervened today, not just on behalf of President Trump, but on behalf of our country. If you think about this.
So let's break that down. He said God intervened on behalf of President Trump. So God didn't intervene during World War I, during World War II, during the Holocaust, during slavery. No, he didn't intervene during that. He intervened for President Trump, a guy who I just named you all the things: the cheating, women abusing, the pedo supporter, the bad business guy who screwed. I think I heard a story about a guy who lost his company because Trump didn't pay him. This is the guy that God stepped in and said, oh, I'm going to protect him and let all these other people die, but no, I'm going to protect Trump. Now, a lot of the conversation is like, how out of all these people in the country do we got these two guys who's running for president? Shout out to Biden, but he's old. But then you got Trump, who shouldn't be nowhere near the White House, maybe donating money to somebody's campaign. And this is the guy that is going to save our country from what? What did he do his first term? Nothing. And then let's go back to the Joe Biden and Joe Biden being old, because I want to play this for y'all. Because everybody going in on Joe, he's mixing up words, he's this, he's that. No, let's check this out. Shout out to Roland Martin, but yeah. So we're asking Trump to step down. And shout out to Plies on Instagram. Plies be going in. Let's take a look at this, man. Let's look at this, man.
A cognitive test, and I aced it. Doc Ronnie Johnson. Does everyone know Ronnie Johnson, congressman from Texas? He was the White House doctor. How good did Elise Stepanek do? You know, we've endorsed Dr. Oz. We've endorsed JP, right? JD Mandel, and he's doing great. Jimmy Connors is good. He's also happy.
Mike Bolton, John Bolton is here.
Mike Bolton, as you know, is in Russia.
And there was progress today. I look forward to solving it.
Thank you, Steve. It was Trump's fault. It's always Trump's fault. Can it ever be like Rick Gates' fault? I mean, it's always Trump's fault, Rick. By the way, they never report the crowd on January 6th. You know, Nikki Haley, you know, did you know they destroyed all of the information, all of the evidence, everything? Deleted and destroyed all of it, because of lots of things. Like Nikki Haley is in charge of security. We offered her 10,000 people. We have some of our great business leaders and leaders, period, right behind me. I may ask Marilyn Lockheed. We appreciate it very much, Tim Apple. Yes, please, Mr. Kurd.
Thank you very much for your time.
You know what was interesting?
Tim
Joe
Apple.
Biden won against Barack Hussein Obama. Has anyone ever heard of him?
Arrest their leading political opponent, and leading by a lot, including Obama. I'll tell you what, you take a look at Obama and take a look at some of the things that he's done.
And Putin, you know, has so little respect for Obama that he's starting to throw around the nuclear word to you heard that, nuclear.
Thanks for giving your first comments on the bill on this show. It means a lot to us. We appreciate it, sir. Thanks a lot.
You have a deal. Thanks a lot. Bye. Joe Bright, this guy is just the worst. So will Christian ever run for president against you? And you heard the prime minister, you heard Netanyahu. Maybe have Matt Blum speak next, because he's been so incredible in so many ways. He fights so hard. He loves his state. He loves the people. Think of it, a new branch of the United States military, United States Armed Forces, called Air Force. I never talked about that. That's something we never talked about.
Air Force.
We just left pleasure. A very big hello to a place where we've done very well, Sioux Falls. Thank you very much, Sioux Falls. Thank you. So, Sioux City, let me ask you. And the worst president in the history of our country who is cognitively impaired, we would be in World War II very quickly. The worst president in the history of our country will be a fading nightmare. He'll be a fading, I have fading memory.
But they say Joe Biden can't remember names and is too old. But nobody's saying that about Trump. It's the double standard. This guy can't even remember names. They basically the same age. But this is the guy that the Republicans praise, and now there's two different sides. You got your MAGA cult members, and you got your Republicans. Just like you got your black people, then you got your NIGGAS. Well, with the hard R. That's two different sides of black people. You got people like me, then you got people like TT Naughty, who's the hard R, just out here terrorizing the community, stealing, robbing, shooting, not adding nothing to society. That's the difference, you know. You got your MAGA people and you got your Republicans. Now, there's a ton of Republicans who don't even rock with Trump because they see the content of his character and what type of person who really is, and that's who they don't want representing their party. Then you got the people who are they're like North Koreans. You know, you got Kim Jong-il, whatever his name is. If you ask anybody in North Korea about their Kim Jong-il, they will have nothing but good things to say about him. Even though he's starving people and killing people and doing all this stuff, but they're so brainwashed that they don't even care. That's like the MAGA Republicans. It's like there's so many good qualified Republicans who could be president, but nah, they want Donald Trump because they're brainwashed and they're in the cult. So, in conclusion, like I said, I just wanted to do this real quick. It's not surprising to me. Now, just like it wouldn't even surprise, I honestly thought that somebody would attempt, Barack Obama. And simply because he's black. And y'all know there's some crazed white guy out there who was just in disgust that we had a black president that he would probably try and take his life. Like, I'm surprised, I don't think that would have been a surprise to a lot of people if that had happened. Now, thankfully, Barack had his, full 2 terms and did his thing, you know what I mean, and his family safe and everything. But this ain't surprising to me that somebody attempted Trump's life. The man is really a threat to this country to change this country for real. Look what he did just to women. And like that's what people didn't understand. Like when you let him in, that he was able to get them Supreme Court justices in. That's the lasting effect. Now you can say what you want to say about Hillary, but if Hillary got in, then that wouldn't have had happened. That's why they say consequences have elections. Elections have consequences. And that was one of the biggest consequences. Roe v. Wade getting overturned. So, it's not surprising to me. Now, of course, I don't wish no harm on nobody. None of the MAGA cult members, like, I'm glad Donald Trump is safe or whatever. But, like, it's not surprising to me. That's all I got to say about that. Praying for our country, man. Hopefully this can bring us together, but it's not. Because you still got Trump at the helm. So it's not. He's going to be even more decisive. More divisive. That's just what it is, man. It's the world we living in today, But like I saw a lot of people saying, "Oh, this is a moment in history," and yeah, man, no, this ain't. People didn't already moved on. Of course, the news is going to run with it because it's the biggest story right now. But like, let's be real. And then also, Richard Simmons passed away. Now I just heard about that, but he died, I guess, yesterday. Now this is a nice guy who probably saved so many lives. You know what I'm saying? Like Like, he was really doing work in the community. A really, a good guy. He spent his whole life just being a positive, uplifting, joyous guy who wanted people to work out and to be healthy. He passed away. Rest in peace. So it's just, two way different characteristics of people, man. So yeah, I just had to throw that in there just because, I didn't want Trump's, situation just to overshadow Richard Simmons, just because he was a great guy who really did work in the community, who really sacrificed his life for the people. But yeah, man, make sure y'all tune in Monday. We'll be talking about this more with Zay and 40 Lock. But yeah, I just wanted to come on here and give my, 2 cents on the situation. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. Make sure you vote blue. I don't care if this has emboldened Trump or whatever, but he's still the same guy. I'm glad he's safe, but he's still the same guy. He's trying to come for your rights, man. Trying to take away contraceptives, Plan B, and things like that, man. You see what the Republicans are doing out here in Texas, boy. They taking away everything, man. Get out and vote. That's all I gotta say. If you want your freedom, get out and vote, man. And I'm out.
Hey man, it's your boy Big Gang. You tapping into Pop Austin Media. You like that content? Man, hit that like, subscribe button and get in tune for sure, for sure.